Hello, this is Bill Steffen. Happy Friday. I'm going to start out today with a picture of an apple orchard in Alpine Township where I live. This is showing a very yellow tree there. The apple trees tend to change color a little bit later than most deciduous trees, so they stay green oftentimes past Halloween. And then when we get to about the second or third week of November here, they have their peak color and the leaves eventually fall off. It's been a good year for apples. I just ate one, and a new variety I think I've never had before called Ambrosia. We got apples from Sparta, Michigan at Meijer. You know, the big grocery stores buy from local farmers here as well. So look for those. The apples are especially good again this year. We had a really bad year in 2012. And I don't think we've had a really bad year since that. The apples have been wonderful. There are a lot of new varieties out there to check out as well. But again, now this wasn't yesterday. This was several days ago when this picture was taken by me. All right, let's go on and talk weather here a little bit. I want to show you the high temperatures here that we had. And, you know, you might have thought that it was warmer than that. The warmest temperature, 40, everybody was between 40 and 45, but we had a little bit of sunshine poking through, and we had virtually no wind. From midnight to 5 o'clock, the average wind speed was just 3 miles an hour. And boy, that makes such a difference. Any time of the year, you know, if you get a heat wave in the summer, you like to have a wind blowing or a fan blowing on you to cool you off. And in the wintertime, we talk about that wind chill. But we had a beautiful day today. You can see the lake was pretty calm out there. One guy out fishing at the South Haven North Pier there by the light. And I wish him luck. There were a number of people that we saw up and down the piers that were fishing. All right, let's take a look at sunrise and sunset time. Daylight continues to shrink. We're down to 5:14 now in the sunset. That goes to 5:08, and that's as early as it gets, and that's about the second week of December. We're down to about 9.5 hours of daylight. Average high and low now 45 and 31. We're below freezing now. Record high temperature for today, 71 in 1930. And the record low temperature, 13 in 1969, the year I graduated from high school. Muskegon Channel, there was a big ship came rolling through here this morning. Got a picture of that from the Gluro camera. Looking pretty good. Pretty easy day, I would imagine. They don't get bounced around a lot when the wind's only 3 miles an hour. All right, on to our lake forecast here for the day tomorrow. And this is kind of an interesting picture. This is, again, from the Gluro camera over at Muskegon. And if you look center left, on the left side there, you'll see a ship out in the water. It almost looks like an airplane sitting on a tarmac about a mile away, but that's actually a ship out there in Lake Michigan. We got some high clouds that have come into the picture, and we'll see more clouds than not here during the day today. Winds to pick up from the south, waves around 1 to 3 feet, probably closer to a foot during the morning, and could increase to 2 to 3 feet by late in the day. Water temperatures continue to drop. Holland Channel was down to 44 here on Wednesday, and 45 the water temperature there at Reed's Lake. All right, on we go, and taking a look at what we have coming up here in terms of rainfall. We've got rain up and down the coast, both the mid-Atlantic up through Maine. You can see the green color there. A lot of rain through the Ohio River Valley once again and down into the southern plains states. It's raining out in the desert Southwest. By the way, they are getting a heck of a storm in Phoenix, Arizona, of all places. I just looked up some of what's going on there. Phoenix, by the way, has had over 3.5 inches of rain since October 1st. That's more than West Michigan has had. At Arizona State University, they reported nickel-sized hail and people having hail ball fights. Ooh, that doesn't sound very good to me. Interstate 10 lanes were blocked there due to floodwaters, and there was hail on the highway there as well. Let's see, we had hail at 1 inch hail at Tempe, Arizona, and a dozen reports here of at least small size hail. Guadalupe, Arizona, the hail piled up 2 inches deep. So pretty interesting night in Phoenix, Arizona. Imagine storm chasing in Arizona. That would be interesting. But heavy rains for parts of Texas. You can see down there toward the Rio Grande. Some places they're picking up over 3 inches of rain over the next 3 days. All right, on to snow. Where's it going to snow? Not much in Michigan, obviously, but yeah, a little snow shower activity from the Adirondacks in New York up into northern Maine. And you can see the Sierra Nevada mountains, the Cascades, and look at southwest Colorado picking up a lot of snow. Some of the resorts make snow in the west, and some of them do not really have to. But they are getting early snows there, and they're looking forward to a good start to the ski season there. On we go. Let's take a look at the next graphic here, and let's see. We have storm reports. Yeah, 5 reports of severe criteria hail, including one at Tempe, Arizona. 2-inch diameter hail fell at Marlow, Oklahoma. That's where that black dot is there. So not a lot of severe weather, but kind of unusual to have it in Arizona. Look at severe weather for the day today, and it's going to show you that there's a marginal risk area down to the south, and that area encompasses a good portion of Texas and parts of the south. So if we can go to that next slide here, I'll show you the severe weather outlook area there. It's from Texas up into Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas. And the light green is where there could be a non-severe thunder shower, and that includes San Diego and Los Angeles again. So they've really had their rain out there, filling up the reservoirs. That's a good thing. And we take a look at Friday's severe weather outlook, and we're not seeing any severe weather. By the way, that green area there doesn't look like a reptile's head or something like a kimono dragon or something like that sticking up. But anyhow, a few scattered thunder showers throughout the lower Mississippi Valley expected, but of course nothing up here in the state of Michigan. Okay, headlines. Headlines is coming up next. Isolated light shower possible this afternoon. I've got the chance of rain at 30%. If we got anything at all to be less than 1/10 of an inch, probably more likely to be just trace amounts. And the most likely area to see a sprinkle or light shower would be north of Grand Rapids. But like I said, anybody could pick up a light shower or sprinkle, but probably only about 1/3 of you will see any of that at all. It will be mostly cloudy today. There could be some breaks in the clouds, but then we're looking forward to partly to mostly sunny skies for Friday and Saturday and Sunday. How about that? And it will rain next Tuesday. So there you go. You got your next 5 days here. A lot of space for outdoor works and fun and stuff like that. But next Tuesday, it looks wet. High temperature here, about 50 today, 30% chance of a light shower. Humidity only falls to about 75%, so it's a little bit on the damp side today. South to southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. I'll look at some high temperatures across the state of Michigan today, and you'll be seeing readings generally around 50, upper 40s to around 50 during the day today. And we'll be seeing temperatures in the 40s as you head off to the north. And if we look at that map, you'll be able to see that we've got temperatures in the low 40s once you get north of Houghton Lake, low 50s from Grand Rapids south down toward the Indiana border. But it should be a pretty nice day despite the fact that we'll have clouds and that chance for an isolated shower. Okay, let's take a look at Friday. And for Friday, temperatures are still on the mild side. We're 50 here in Grand Rapids, 50 South Haven, Benton Harbor, 53 down at South Bend. Low 40s once you get up to the Gaylord area, and low 40s generally across upper Michigan. And we got one more day to share with you. I did the high temperature. We grabbed the high temperature map here for Saturday, and it's a couple degrees cooler on Saturday. A little tiny cool front comes through, but boy, not much with it. That'll send temperatures back into the mid 40s, but with sunshine and the wind's not too terribly strong, it should be a pretty nice day to be out, and probably reaches 50 in Chicago, 39 up at Gaylord, and some upper 30s, low 40s up in the UP. Okay, let's go on and take a look at the 5-day forecast for you, and we're showing temperatures here around 50 today, mid upper 40s for Friday and Saturday. Mostly sunny and 51 on Sunday. That should be another nice day. And then we'll call it partly sunny on Monday. Monday, we'll probably see some sunshine in the morning, and then it may cloud up in the afternoon before the rain starts here late Monday night or Tuesday morning. But the next 5 days look basically dry, just that outside chance for a sprinkle of rain here during the day today. Temperatures do get at or below freezing here for not only this early morning, but also especially Saturday morning, a little bit of frost out there. And take a look at this. Now, the 8 to 14 day outlook has been showing us above average temperatures here for the longest time. And finally, for the first time I can remember in weeks, we are solidly in the blue. And so this is a forecast for below average temperatures from November 27, excuse me, Thanksgiving Day until December 3rd. And what that means is it'll probably still be on the mild side Thanksgiving Day. But once we start getting into Black Friday and beyond, temperatures start to plummet. And this is not, this is going to be Arctic air, but keep in mind we're still a long time from mid-January when we tend to get the real Arctic blasts here. So I don't think this is going to be of that caliber, but I do think temperatures will be back in the 20s to 30s during the daytime. And take a look at the next graphic. The 8 to 14 day precipitation graphic shows a lot of green across the Great Lakes here. And with precipitation that does fall, much of that will likely fall in the form of snow. So we can expect some snowflakes to be flying here late November, last few days of November, into the first week of December. And it's a little undecided what comes after that. A number of our models are making it even colder for the second week of December. And I remarked a long time ago, I thought that period between Thanksgiving and Christmas was going to be pretty chilly here in the Great Lakes area. So we'll have a lot to talk about here over the next few weeks. All right, let's take a look at some special items that we have today, courtesy of Alex and Michelle. November 20th, 1923, on this date, a warning light was added to traffic signals. Now, I think traffic lights are amazing. There are so many things that we take for granted in life, okay? One of them is traffic lights, but you never see a traffic light malfunction. They're always working, and there are some fail-safes built into them so that a light can't just change to green all of a sudden and you get collisions back and forth. But at one point in time, stoplights just had red and green, and we went instantly from green to red, which kind of caused a problem. So a guy by the name of Garrett Morgan patented a traffic signal with 3 colors instead of just 2. The warning light was to cut down on collisions and sudden changes of movement. Morgan was a newspaper publisher. Can you imagine that? And also an inventor. And published an influential newspaper, the Cleveland Call, in the 1920s. He sold his invention to General Electric for $40,000. Now, in 1920, that was a lot of money. Wow. You could retire on that probably. But so today we can celebrate traffic lights. And believe me, all of the engineers, the civil engineers who have worked to make traffic as safe as possible here, the people that design cars, that have built safety features in the cars with airbags and seat belts and whatnot. We really do have some talented people in this country, and I salute all of you that have been involved in that. All right, let's go on to the next one and see what else we have here for today. On November 20th, 1982, this actress hosted Saturday Night Live. She was 7 years old. Really? She starred in E.T. Oh, I know who it is then, the extraterrestrial. Years later, she played opposite Adam Sandler in The Wedding Singer. Now that was 1982. Now let's see. She was 7 in 1982. So she would be, if I do my math, click, 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 she would be 50 years old today. My goodness. Does that sound right? Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. All right, this is Drew Barrymore, I believe. Yes, indeed. I think she does a talk show now. I've never seen it, but that's what I guess. Yeah, she was a cute kid, and that was an interesting movie. I remember seeing that when it came out. I wanted to ride my bicycle to see what would happen. All right, let's go on to the next slide here. It's National Peanut Butter Fudge Day. Boy, there is a day for everything, isn't there? According to the people that decide these things, who are they? Do you? Is this what Congress spends their time on, deciding what day it is? Anyhow, according to people that decide these things, today is Peanut Butter Fudge Day. Question for viewers: are you a peanut butter, a chocolate, or a Nutella person? I haven't had Nutella in the longest time. I think they have it in supermarkets, and if I'm not mistaken, that's a European thing. to mix chocolate with peanut butter. I do like chocolate. I do like peanut butter. So that's kind of neat. I can sit here and I was one of the kids that really liked peanut butter. So that was cool. All right, so celebrate National Peanut Butter Fudge Day. Why not? All right, next slide here. See what else we got. Oh, I want to plug my vacation again. I've been doing these holiday vacations. I went to Alaska the first time, where I don't know. I've told everybody the story. I got recognized. Some guy comes running by me and says, "This guy's famous, everybody!" And all these people gather around me, and he looks me all over, and he says, "You're Dick Van Dyke." I went, "No, not close." But anyhow, had a great time in Alaska, and then we went to the American Rockies and then the Canadian Rockies. And this coming year, 2026, we are going to London first, and then across the channel to Normandy, and then Paris. Now, this is in mid to late April. So it's an 11-day thing. Just to give you an idea, the average high temperature in London in April is about 59, and in Paris it's about 65 maybe. So it's springtime there. It's not really super cold or anything like that. Jacket weather for the most part. But anyhow, we'll be taking this vacation, leaving from Grand Rapids, and flying to London first, where there's, in fact, we go to the next slide. Let's see what else we have up there. I think there's another slide. Yeah. You can, if you want to read through the list of some of the places we're going and practice your French at the same time, you can do that. Monet's house should be interesting. We'll be taking a cruise down the Seine River. By the way, if you go swimming in Paris, you're probably insane. It's just a little joke. Anyhow, we're going to be taking a flight to London, and then down to Portsmouth, and then across the channel, and then we're going to back up and go to Utah Beach and Normandy, Omaha Beach, and then back into Paris, and then finally home again. So if you'd like to join us, all you have to do is go to holidayvacations.com and look up the tour. Just to query, find a tour with Paris or London. You probably use that as a keyword, and you can pick it up. And we're doing the we're doing the one in April, so it should be a lot of fun. And I hope you'll consider coming along and joining us on the tour. All right, let's go on. Take a look at something else. Speaking of flying, that is an amazing picture. This is from Sharon Bryant. We thank you for that. She's sitting by the window looking over Chicago, and I grew up in Chicago. Actually, Evanston is where I was born, north of Chicago, but there's 20-story skyscrapers in Evanston. That's just kind of part of Chicago anyway. Look at the harbor there, which is all enclosed so that the boats don't have to worry about the strong waves there. It looks like I can see McCormick Place, and you can see Lakeshore Drive coming down there, and the Willis Tower. I almost said Sears Tower, but everybody calls it the Sears Tower. Hancock Building off there to the north. You can see Navy Pier jutting out. That's a tourist destination there. And the old area there that used to be Meigs Field. Remember, they came in the middle of the night and bulldozed it so nobody would land there anymore. So that was the airport there, right along the lakeshore. I grew up in Evanston and Wilmette. Wilmette is, if you go north from Chicago, Evanston is the next city. It's really a city. And then Wilmette, which was a village when I was there. I don't know if it's changed designation or whatnot, but Wilmette had about 30,000 people. And we had a good childhood there. We had a lot of fun. I could tell you a lot of stories, but the biggest thing was I went on to fulfill my childhood dream, which was to become a TV meteorologist. All right, let's go on. Thank you, Sharon. That's a beautiful picture. It really is. And hopefully you were headed back to Grand Rapids at the time. Speaking of beautiful pictures, wow, look at this from Kevin Johnson. This is Metro Chicago, Itasca, Illinois, submitted by Brian Johnson. We'll thank Brian for that, and he can pass along thanks to Kevin. Again, this is that wonderful moment where the sun is shining underneath the clouds and illuminating the bottom. The red color gets through the air the best, and so that's why the sunset tends to at times look reddish, and depending on if there's a little bit of haze in the air or whatever, it can make the color change just a little bit. But boy, isn't that a beautiful picture? Very nice. A lot of beautiful clouds there to see. All right, let's see what else we have here for you. I think we have a couple more pictures from John Doherty. That's I believe that you have to kind of look twice here to see what that is. Obviously, the leaves are pretty much off the trees. You've got probably a little after sunset here, and you've got the stars up in the sky. I'm kind of far away from the screen here, so it's difficult for me to pick out one. There's a bright one there, center left, and I wonder. Venus was out in the morning. I wonder if that's starting to pop up in the evening now. I haven't checked the stars in a long time, and I should really do that. I used to do that. But leaves off the trees. We're heading into late November and heading into winter. Okay, next picture from John Scully, I believe, shows a beautiful sunset over Lake Michigan. You can see the waves have calmed down there a little bit, probably about a foot or so. A few little scattered clouds in the sky, and you've got the darkened dune there in the foreground. The sun is setting pretty far south now, and of course, we reach the shortest day of the year right before Christmas. December 21 is the winter solstice, and after that, the days will start getting longer, but the average temperatures don't start going up for about a month. Temperature lags the position of the sun by around 1 month. So if the solstice is the 21st, that means the coldest part of winter is about January 2021. All right, do we have anything else, or is that the end? We have thank you to our 1,500 subscribers. Yeah, the count is increasing here, and we certainly thank you that. If you see what you see you like, pass it along to your friends, bounce it along, and tell people you enjoy this. We try and do something a little bit different than what you see on the weathercasts on television. I don't want to take away any of their viewers. I just want to add a few of my own here. And I enjoy what I'm doing. I love looking at the weather and then talking about the interesting things that I see, like the hail falling out in Arizona. I think that'd be an interesting thing to talk about for a little bit. All right, have yourself an awesome day today. We have 3 beautiful days coming up: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Partly to mostly sunny skies. This Thursday, by the way, today is Thursday. I think I missed that earlier in the show. This Thursday will be on the cloudy side, but we'll be back into partly to mostly sunny skies Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's unusual to get 3 fairly sunny days in a row in late November, so get out and enjoy. Have yourself a great day, and thanks for watching till the end.